What's up, everybody? How are you all doing? I apologize for being a few minutes late, but I am here and ready to go. So, as you all know, it's your girl Cassiopeia, and welcome to the TBM 360 Live series. Today, we're solving a big pain point for many businesses: appointment scheduling. I'm going to show you how to set up a simple, user friendly online booking system with TBM 360. Let's make it easy for clients to go from browsing your services to booking them in just a few clicks. And you won't need those other calendar systems that are out there. You can get rid of those other booking softwares that you're using and paying for because, right, TBM 360 is an all in one. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and get started. But before we do that, please make sure that you like, comment, and share right now. And when you comment, please list the name of your business in the comments. All right, so that we can start networking right away. And if you have a business owner that you know could benefit from these free tutorials, please make sure that you tag them, share with them right away so they can start learning immediately. All right, guys, let's get to it. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. Okay. All right, and now we are in. Of course, we're going to be logging into TBM 360 as I've done already, and you're going to navigate to the calendars tab on the left-hand side, and then we're going to click create a calendar. This is where we're going to set up your booking system. So let's go ahead and do it. Here's calendars on the left-hand side. All right. And then we're going to just click calendar settings at the top here. And as that loads, we'll be able to now see that there's this great blue button that says create calendar. And we're going to click that button right there. Now, there's all types of different types of calendars that you can choose from, but I'm going to keep it simple and I'm going to choose the event calendar. Okay. Perfect. So now that we have that up, we're going to start by naming our calendar and selecting the services or appointments you want clients to book, right? We're going to add details like the duration of the appointment, the availability, and then what type of information that we want from them when they actually book the appointment. All right, so let's go ahead and do that. So right here, we'll just say your service appointment. Okay. You can add a description if you like. And then you need to make sure that you add some type of unique slug for the URL. So we'll just put your -service. Okay. Now, depending on what type of appointment this is, you guys can do your consultations, whether they're free or paid. You can actually book maybe your hairstylist and you want to book someone's, maybe it's an average 2-hour appointment to get their hair done. You could do that right here. You can book for people to show up to listen on it to a demo or a discovery call. The world is yours. Whatever you utilize booking, having people to book your services, your consultations, your appointments for, you can do it right here. All right, we're just going to go ahead and just make it, let's say 60 minutes for this service. And yes, you're available to book me anytime, Monday through Friday, let's say 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. Okay. And there we go. Now we've got that done. Now, in your meeting location, this can be an actual physical location that they're going to come to, or it could be a virtual meeting link like Zoom. All right. And when you have TBM 360, you integrate your Zoom or your Google Meet or your Microsoft Teams in the setup area. And you can also put your standard meeting location in the setup area as well. And then it'll be pre-populated right here. You can also toggle this on if you want to go ahead and collect payments up front immediately. So let's say, hey, in order to book me for this 1-hour service, you've got to pay $125. Awesome. And then you can say, what this payment is for. for your service. Okay. And then what we're going to do is go right ahead and we're going to click on advanced settings right away. Don't worry, everything that we just typed in will remain. So I'm going to click on that. And then boom, now it opens up a more robust application area where we can even put more information. So, and then you'll see there's another menu on this left-hand side, specifically for the calendar settings. So if you had multiple different types of calendars, so maybe you had, let's say if you're a hairstylist and this one's all for dyes, this one's for cuts, this one's for updos, this one's for braids. You can have your different calendars grouped up like that if you like, or maybe they're groups according to people. So all different types of ways that you can go ahead and make this really unique to your business. All right. I'll just put general calendar here. And then what's really cool is that this is what's going to show up on the actual calendar for both you and the client. So when they book it and then they add it to their Google Calendar or their iCalendar or their Outlook calendar, it'll show up and with this way. And what we have is some great custom values. And then I would say maybe service appointment with, and it's going to pull that person's contact name. So you know exactly, okay, I have a service appointment with Tiffany tomorrow at 10 a.m. Okay. And then like I stated, in your business settings, when you set up in TBM 360, you can have it pull your actual address that you have inside the settings. Maybe it's a phone call and it'll pull that. Maybe you want to ask the booker, maybe this type of appointment is maybe if you're a realtor and they want you to come out to a property they're thinking about having you broker for them, right? So then that way it's going to go back to the person who's booking you and they will input where the service is going to take place. Okay. I'm going to keep it at custom right here. And then we're going to move on over to availability on the left-hand side and scroll back up to the top. And we already put in here, Monday through Friday, but you guys can do all kinds of things. Maybe you want to say on Tuesdays, I'm actually only available from 12 p.m. to 3 p.m. And then let's say, you know what? I want to copy that to a couple other days too. I can then click this copy and then maybe I say it's going to apply to Thursday and Friday and then click apply and then it automatically. But my Monday and my Wednesday all stayed at 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. So that's really cool. If this is a recurring meeting, you can put that. You can make yourself look busy and hide the number of available slots. But we're just going to keep this pretty clean. So, and then you want to put in here, what's your meeting interval? Can they book you every hour on the hour, every 30 minutes? So we know this is a 60-minute appointment, but if I'm starting my bookings from 10 a.m. on, do I want them to be able to book me at 10 a.m. and then 10:30 and then 11? Or do I want them just to be able to book me from at 10 a.m., 11 a.m., noon? I'll just keep it like that. For here, perfect. And then how much scheduling notice do you need? Okay. When someone is going to book you for services, do you want them to be able to book you on the same day? Do you want them to be able to book you and they can book by tomorrow? Or maybe do you need a few days notice to be able to prepare for this type of service, depending on what it is? Let's just say, I need at least a day notification so that I can get prepared for this service appointment. And then you want to put how far out in advance can someone book you? So can they book you a week out, 3 weeks out, 3 months out? I like the customary 3 weeks. So we're going to say 21 days right here. Okay. And then how many bookings per day? So although you're available between 10 a.m. and 3 p.m., it doesn't mean that you want 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 5 appointments that you want to service. You might want to say, just depending on how the day goes and how many people book me, I might want to max out on 3 appointments and that's it. Okay. So therefore, even if your time frame is still available, but if you've got a 10 a.m. and 11 a.m. and a noon, then even though that 10 to 3 is an option, the system knows that, hey, you want to stop at 3 appointments. So those 1 o'clock and 2 o'clock appointments won't be available anymore. Okay. And then depending on what you're doing as well, how many bookings per slot? Can you handle 2 people at one time at the same hour? 3 people? And in the case of maybe people who are doing demos or discovery calls, you might be able to handle a bunch of people on a call at the same time. So you can then at this point say, okay, I can do up to 3 different people. All right. And then lastly, in this availability section is how much buffer time do you need in between appointments? Do you want to make sure that you have 15 minutes before your first appointment? Do you want to make sure that after an appointment's done, hey, I need 30 minutes to just recuperate and get myself back together before I go into the next appointment? Okay. So you can also put those times in there. You can put one or the other, or you could put neither. It's up to you. Then here's forms and payments. So forms, when we come to the top, it's just going to be that general basic information that you're going to gather when someone books an appointment. Their name, their email, their phone number, and maybe a little note section for them to write you a message. If you like that, keep it as is. If you want to change it, you know that you're inside of TBM 360, which gives you access to everything in one space. You can go and create a very unique form just for bookings that has a lot of different questions. Maybe you want to get some information. Let's say you're a beautician. Have you had your hair dyed in the last month or so? Have you had your ends trimmed? Who was the last person that you had an appointment with, so that you can really be prepared on how to take care of that customer. So those are just some ideas. We're going to stick with this general form that's already in here. I'm going to toggle on this pre-populate sticky fields. That means that when someone comes to your form, and if they've ever filled out a form on your website before, they won't have to retype their information. It'll automatically populate. So it's a really great feature. And then maybe you want to be able to allow them to add guests. So therefore, they'd be able to put their guest information, email, phone number in there as well, so that they also get the notification and the reminders to be able to come to this appointment. So you would toggle that on. Okay. And then we already did the payment inside of here. You want to make sure live is toggled on so that the payment actually goes through. And then next we have notifications here. So this has been upgraded so that it comes with a couple of automatic notifications that are right here inside of the calendar app. I'm going to show you a little bit more extensive notification in just a moment, but it comes with, the appointment status is booked or it's confirmed, the ability for people to cancel, reschedule, get reminders, follow-ups, all those great things. You want to then click allow. So you can turn any of these on that you want, immediately rolling. And then we're going to go over to connections. This is how you sync to your calendars. Now your calendar is done inside of your onboarding and setup. And once you've done that, it'll be available right here. And then you'd be able to pick which calendar you want. Okay. And then last is customizations. This is where you can actually make your calendar page look really unique, and you can add a cover image. You can change out the brand colors on there, the backgrounds. It's really, really cool. And you can even use custom code if you're really tech savvy. So once you've done that, you'll click save. And then we're going to look for it. I called it your service appointment right here. And this is really cool. And you can click on these 3 dots and click share. And then there you go. You have your links that you can utilize to be able to send out if you want to just send the link directly to people via email, text message, or social media. And you also have the embed code that you can put onto any external websites that you might have. Okay. And that's really simple. And then also you can embed them really easily onto any website or funnel that is right inside of TBM 360 already that you created. All right. So next, to keep things seamless, we're going to head on over to the automations tab. And here we're going to set up automatic confirmation emails or texts when a client books, schedule a reminder 24 hours and 1 hour before the appointment, send follow-ups to thank you clients, or request feedback after the appointment. So we're going to click on this left-hand side. I'm going to click this go back button. And then I'm going to scroll over to the main left menu and click automation. Awesome, awesome.
Can you hear me?
How you doing, Janaire? Awesome, thank you.
How are you?
All right,
I'm
hey
okay, how are you?
Dominique, thank you.
I'm
Thanks,
good.
Dominique, thanks, cuz.
In Chicago.
All right, an engineer says, can you add a cancellation fee? I think you absolutely can do that. Okay, so on automations right here, you'll click on create workflow. You'll click select a recipe. And then already pre-populated inside of here is a reminder. Here we go. Recipe, appointment confirmation, reminder, survey, and review request. So you would click on that, and then you'd be able to immediately start setting up an automation that will send confirmations to both you and your client, reminders to let them know that the appointment's coming up in a day and an hour, and then even review request. Morning, honey. All righty. So once your calendar is set up, grab the booking link, like I said, and embed it in on your website or share it in emails and social media posts. With just a click, clients can book their appointments without needing to call or message you. Let's get out of that habit, okay? And keep things professional. Before going live, you want to make sure you test your calendars and make sure everything works perfectly. Check that the booking process is smooth, the confirmations are sent, and the reminders are scheduled. Once everything is good to go, share your link and watch your calendar fill up. And everybody, that is it. You've just created an easy to use online booking system with TBM 360. This setup will save you time, keep your schedule organized, and make the booking process effortless for your clients. Want to learn more? Join our free community to jump on Q&A calls and see the system live in action with real clients. If you're on our Facebook business page or our Instagram business page, you can comment level up, or you could just click the link that I've already put into the comment section below to be able to join our community. And then stick around in about 9 minutes to join us for our live Q&A sessions, and bring your questions and let's level up together. Thanks for tuning in to the TBM 360 Lives series, and we'll see you soon. Okay, Dre, I need you to tell me, how do businesses fast track launching in 2025?
Yeah, so I think businesses fast track their launch and their growth in 2025 by using turnkey, all-in-one solutions, all-in-one systems that give them everything that they need, and all they got to do is customize it. Doing it any other way would be like telling someone that in order to own a home, they have to go into the forest, cut down a tree, build the house. That's not the truth. There's a house for sale across the street. All you got to do is buy it, furnish it, and make it your own and live in it. The same systems, that same idea exists in business today. You don't have to grow a garden to eat vegetables. You can get them at the grocery store. Business is the exact same. TBM 360 provides all of the solutions that you need. All you got to do is come in, plug in your brand, plug in your logo, and your business is ready to go.